आज से कुछ साल पहले the idea of doing an online UG degree would have sounded unusual, लेकिन आज it is becoming a serious consideration for a lot many of you. And with that shift comes some important questions. क्या एक online degree really offer करती है same learning experience as a traditional college? या what happens to peer learning, networking and campus life in an online degree? And in a world where AI is changing the way we learn and work, what should students actually be looking for from higher education? Well, at LPT, we believe that before making any major education decision, students deserve to understand the why behind a program and not just what's written in a brochure. That's why we sat down with the team behind IIM Bangalore's BBA DBE program to have an honest conversation around online learning, entrepreneurship, industry relevance, and the future of management education. So if you have been evaluating online degrees or wondering what higher education might look like in the coming years, this conversation should help you think through some of those questions. Let's get started. So, Mr. Jacob, we already know the brochure aspects of IIM Bangalore BBA DBE, but there are certain real questions students and parents have in general about the online management education, entrepreneurship, and the future business career choices. So, let's address the biggest perception directly.
Sure.
Why should students choose an online BBA over a regular on-campus degree experience?
See, regular degrees are great. I am not putting them down. But especially degrees that are offered by eminent institutions always have a leg up in terms of their market value. Now, the reason why IIM Bangalore got into an online degree, especially in digital business and entrepreneurship, is because we wanted to kind of, in our own way, democratize education and provide accessible, good quality education, regardless of economics, regardless of geographical limitations. And we wanted to make sure that people have access to this kind of knowledge so that they can use it tomorrow for their career or setting up a venture or whatever they want to do after this. So we didn't want geography and economics to be a big problem. And for both of those reasons, we felt an online degree would definitely be something that they would opt for.
All right. Now, since it's an online program, students have this question that they will be struggling with peer learning, the exposure that they'll be getting when they'll be interacting. And now just you mentioned that eminent institutions like IIMs, they're also known, they are glorified for their, not just for their academic rigor, but also about the campus life, right? So students, a lot of online programs struggle with peer learning and serious academic culture. Now, how is IIM Bangalore trying to solve this particular challenge?
So, see, you can't discount the institute campus at all. Definitely that is something that the students lose out on a regular basis. We've tried our best to incorporate certain in-campus immersions for students whoever want to come. Again, we don't make it mandatory, but it is an option provided to the students. Whenever there are any events in campus, students are invited. We have cultural fests, management fests, leadership summits, HR conclaves, finance sessions. A lot of these events that happen in campus, our students are also given access and are able to participate in competitions, in symposiums, in whatever is conducted on campus. The other part that you had spoken about is peer learning, and that is something that we take very seriously. We wanted to ensure that because our group is, geographically divided. We have students from all across the country. We wanted to make sure that there is some kind of a bonding and networking that is built among the batchmates as well as the cohort members in the program. We also have a very interesting initiative called a learning pod, where students come together for an academic peer-to-peer learning. So there is a small group that is created where high achievers are helping students who are not able to cope with the subjects as well. So there is a lot of peer-to-peer learning that happens in that. So these are some of the ways in which we address these gaps.
So is it safe to say that if a student decides to pursue BBA, DBE, they won't be, they won't be deprived of real college experience?
So we have taken a cognizant effort to reduce the gap as much as possible. That's what I can.
Okay. All right. Now, See, because the program is completely online, some parts being offline, you just mentioned, sometimes students underestimate the discipline and consistency it actually requires, for any program. So how do IIM Bangalore tackle that?
Yes. So definitely, when people look at this as an online degree, they think it's easy to skate through it and all of that. But what they have to understand is, at the end of the day, this is IIM Bangalore, and anybody that passes out of this program, we want to ensure that they have, gain knowledge, and we test that throughout the period. So at the end of the day, examinations at the end of each term is physical, and there is, I can say almost that it's a foolproof system. There's no possibility of fudging or copying in these kinds of exams. So we are fairly confident that that gives them a sense of seriousness of you have to study in order to pass. And we've had instances where students are not able to cope up, and we do provide them with sufficient remedial sessions or opportunities to kind of come up and do it again. And that's how we tackle those issues.
Okay. So to sum up this segment of online learning, online degrees, they still face skepticism in India, correct? But do you think industry perception has genuinely changed, or is there still a long way to go?
I mean, there is still a long way to go, absolutely. It is not that it is completely new. I mean, I don't know if you know, but there are almost 50 plus online degrees that are available right now in the market. The National Education Policy 2020 has really asked colleges to kind of invest a lot into creating programs that are accessible to a larger population, because we have a large population and we want to ensure they're all able to get quality education. Maybe there's some geographical constraint, they're not able to move out, or for some reason they're not able to pursue it. So online degrees are becoming acceptable norms right now, and we've noticed that in the past couple of years at least, multiple IIMs, multiple IITs, multiple other private institutions also have started online degrees, online programs, postgraduate, undergraduate, to make sure that accessibility and geography is not a constraint.
Okay, and learning should be a continuous process.
Yes, learning should definitely be a continuous process.
Now we're coming to the curriculum part. Since it's DBE, Digital Business and Entrepreneurship, now digital business evolves extremely fast, right? So how do you ensure the curriculum does not become outdated every few years?
So that goes through multiple levels of iteration. When we started discussing this program itself, curriculum was one of the key factors that we all discussed, and we created what we felt at that point of time is a very rigorous curriculum that students can use to become valuable members in any organization. If they want to start up, they should have certain amount of knowledge. They should not go in blind. Given all of these, conditions that we wanted to put in, we tried our best to kind of create a curriculum that is future oriented, so that students are able to use the knowledge that they receive from this course for the next 5, 10, 15 years, so that they're able to achieve their milestones.
All right. Now, again, in India, we know the education system has always been very theoretical, right? And even many business programs teach theory first. But because this is DBE, so how is this program trying to avoid that trap of teaching theory more than execution?
No, absolutely. That's something that we have definitely thought of. And again, there's a limit to the amount of theory that you can teach and still tell that our students are entrepreneurially ready and they have a mindset. So in multiple courses, projects are a very key aspect of our program, where students are literally asked to go out into the market, meet clients, meet customers, speak to them, understand their problems, create hypothesis, test it. We have a venture, or we have a subject called rupees 250 venture, which is a very interesting subject where students are given a certain time and are given a budget of 250 rupees and are asked to create a venture around it. And they can choose any problem that they see in the market and come up with solutions on their own for that. That's just one subject that we're talking about. In term 6, there is something that we call a life project, where students will have to work with startup founders or find their own organizations and actually solve a problem that the founder or the organization is facing using the stuff that they have learned over the past 2 years, essentially. And these are ways in which we kind of move them out from the theory or textbook curriculum to actually delivering on what we have taught them.
Okay, so you've already answered the third question I was coming to, that practical exposure students get here.
Yeah.
So this covers under that
Yes.
only. All right. Now, are students also building portfolios, projects, ventures, or proof of work during their degree while they're pursuing this degree?
Yes, they are also doing that. I mean, it depends. So we had one subject which is website development, where the students are taught from scratch how to develop a website, and as part of the program, they have to kind of go out and find a business where they can provide them a website.
Okay.
So that kind of bridges that gap of going into the market and demonstrating what they have learned. And we have got good feedback from various individuals for whom they have worked.
All right. Okay. Now, since it's BBA, DBE, again, I'm amplifying a lot of it, but entrepreneurship here is being taught mainly as a mindset, or are students genuinely expected to build and experiment with ventures?
So, see, we don't want to mandate anybody to do anything. We feel that this program, at the end of this program, the students will have definitely an entrepreneurial mindset, and that entrepreneurial mindset can be used in different ways. Now, having an entrepreneurial mindset will only help you in your career because you will go out looking for problems and trying to solve it, and that's how you gather the attention of your seniors or people who are decision makers in the organization, and let you know that you are a valued member of the team. The other part is, yes, we also provide entrepreneurial education throughout the terms to make sure that the student doesn't go in blind if they want to start up a venture tomorrow. They can start small, they can raise funding. We have maybe about 150 students who have already started ventures even when they've just started this program itself. So through this program, they hone their skills. Basically, there is a subject called people management. So one of the entrepreneurs that I was speaking to, he came and said, hey, whatever I'm learning today in class, I'm implementing in my organization tomorrow. So I have to deal with 5 people. So I'm learning how to deal with them. So that also kind of, there is a gap, or there is a bridge between what you're learning and what you're implementing.
Okay. Now, see, it sounds exciting in theory, right? But realistically, most of the startups fail, right? Because it's trial and error. And how does the program teach students about risk, uncertainty, and failure?
So yes, 100% startups fail. I mean, that's the fact of the matter. But why they fail is something that our students should understand. So through multiple interventions, through multiple sessions that we've created with entrepreneurs, with faculty, some faculty have actually started ventures and failed themselves. So their journeys are also brought out into the public, and discussions happen around that. So we kind of tell our students, failure is not the end all and be all of anything. You try something, you fail, that is completely fine. You need to learn lessons from that and implement and become better, or see where the gaps were and plug those gaps. So definitely it is discussed during the program as that don't consider that failure is the biggest problem. You have to overcome it, and only once you fail, you will know what the problems are and rectify it for future.
All right. Now, you think that entrepreneurship can actually be taught in a classroom environment, or does it mostly come from experience?
I think it's both. Like it's not something that you can only learn outside, and it's not something that you can't teach inside also. It's a combination of both. Basic concepts, principles, theories can definitely be taught in lectures, classrooms, right, in lectures, but going out and experiencing it or practicing it is a whole different other ball game, and together they kind of create a perfect entrepreneurial journey. That is, you study the basics and then you implement what you've studied. Sometimes while implementing, your basics are also tested, and then you go back and figure out how exactly you can rectify it. And not all theory is the same for everybody, so everybody's journey is a little different, so they'll have to figure it out as and when they go.
All right. Now, again, coming at the career outcomes and the placement part, very important for students nowadays.
Yes.
So should students look at this program mainly through the lens of placements or through long-term skill and career compounding?
I mean, definitely, see, placements is important. Given the large student count, We don't want to tell everybody that, hey, we are guaranteeing 100% placement for everybody, but we will make every effort possible. Our plan is to create a platform where the employers are able to come and find quality employees from our batch, and we will make the effort to go out into the market and tell them, hey, our students have been taught all of these subjects and are well versed with website development, with design thinking, with digital tools, with hypothesis testing, with various other subjects that they have learned throughout the course. And we want to ensure that they are able to get placed in good organizations as well. Now, whether it be large scale organizations, social ventures, startups, any of these organizations are viable pathways for our students. But that being said, we are confident that once a student goes through this 3 years program, they will build the skills that are necessary for them to even go out into the market and work with multiple large organizations. And throughout the program, what we've noticed is students on their own itself have already started taking internships. One of the benefits of the online course, I think one of the questions that you asked me was the difference between these two. One of the benefits of the online program is that they are able to do things now itself. They don't have to wait till the course is completed in order to go for internships, take projects, anything like that. They can do it throughout the year. So there's no limitation of, oh, I can do it only for 2 months. We have students who are currently pursuing internships along with this course as well. And that doesn't stop us or doesn't stop the students. As long as the student is willing to kind of discipline their time and kind of demarcate it for different activities, it's definitely possible.
All right. Now, would a graduate from this program realistically compete with students from top offline BBA programs or other UG programs during hiring?
I mean, absolutely. I want to think that they'll have a leg up from other degree programs also, because at the end of the day, IIM Bangalore is one of the most eminent management institutions in the country, and this is slowly becoming a renowned program. We have multiple other IIMs also doing of online degrees, and we feel that it's now there should not be a difference between an online and offline degree. Only difference is the mode of education, rather than sitting in a classroom and studying from textbooks, has moved into a system, a laptop, a tablet, or a mobile. That should be the only difference. The rigor, the curriculum, and all of this is somewhat even better than an offline degree.
Okay. All right. Now, what kind of student is most likely to thrive in this model, and who may struggle with it?
I mean, so essentially our program is open to people from any background.
Correct.
We've tried our best to communicate that also. It's not only those who are coming from a commerce background that can benefit over here, but it is also important that students from arts, from science, from any other background is able to kind of access this course. Now, to answer your question of who will do best, who will, thrive in this program, I would say the disciplined and the committed are the ones who thrive, and the people who are not so carefully, managing their time, who are waiting till the last minute to kind of do their courses or take their quizzes, they are the ones who struggle a little bit. But again, at the end of the day, this is not something that we want to highlight, in a sense that students, as long as they are committed, they are able to thrive in this program.
And just to mention, there is no upper age limit. Like anyone
Absolutely
can pursue
not.
it. Right?
Absolutely
This is something
not.
that many of those, they just feel because it's a UG program, so it's only for those who have just passed out of 12th and they can pursue it. Any working professional as well can pursue it.
No, absolutely. We do have a significant number of working professionals who are participating in this program. See, I would say the core who are our target audience is definitely 18 to 20 years old. But we have a significant percentage of people who are also employed, who are interested in entrepreneurship, who tomorrow want to jump into entrepreneurship, may not be today, but maybe tomorrow, and have the necessary skill set or tools.
Yeah, even if someone has to start a venture in future.
Yes.
The aspects that the curriculum is designed in such a way that it will definitely help them.
Yes.
Correct. Now, 5 years from now, what would success for this program actually look like from IIM Bangalore's perspective?
I mean, okay, so success in our light would be to have the graduates of this program be creating a large number of ventures, becoming job creators rather than job takers, and also have a significant portion of our graduates work in good corporate environments or contribute to a large startup ecosystem. So, I mean, in the next 5 years, we hope that we see a lot of people work in these areas or build or create solutions to problems that the country has today.
Right. Now, IIMs are now prominently, majorly known for their PGP courses. Now they are entering in UG courses as well. So can we in future expect any integrated programs as well in IIM Bangalore?
I mean, I wouldn't close the door on that, but I have no visibility into what could happen in the future. So it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it depends institute by institute what they want to undertake. It's not easy to change systems like that, but it's possible.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Jacob. Thank you so much for giving your precious time to us. I hope this will actually benefit a lot many students who are actually wanting to pursue this degree. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Definitely. Thank you.